And we have new details about a state audit that revealed the state health department hid millions of dollars from lawmakers, then laid off nearly 200 people for no reason. As News on 6's Aaron Brilbeck reports, some of those former employees may now sue the state.
Late last year, the State Department of Health reported that it was in crisis and needed $30 million. The legislature came through, gave it the money, and the agency laid off 200 people. Now it turns out all of that was for no reason.
I was scared, not knowing where to turn next, what I was going to do.
Nurse practitioner Teresa Neighbors is one of 198 former Department of Health employees affected by what the state attorney general called the, quote, devastating and disgraceful layoffs.
I never, ever dreamed that I would lose my job at the state health department and be turned upside down the way that I have been turned upside down.
But even worse for Neighbors, finding out the layoffs were totally unnecessary.
Watching this on the news for the longest time, I know I just sat there with my mouth hanging open. I was so numb.
Neighbors was forced to take a job in Tahlequah, almost 3 hours away. Now she and other former employees are considering a class action lawsuit. Former Department of Labor attorney David Slane says they have a pretty good case after the agency laid them off, blaming it on a financial crisis that really didn't exist.
That may very well not be a good reason, and all 198 people potentially have a recourse to go back and either get their back pay or get their jobs back.
Each family suffered from this. Patients suffered from this. Taxpayers are suffering and going to suffer more from this. And there has to be repercussions. There has to be.
The State Department of Health has reached out to 43 of the people who have been laid off to offer them their jobs back. So far, only 2 have said yes. On the scene on the story at the state capitol, Aaron Brilbeck, News on 6.
And just into our newsroom within the last half hour, a response from Interim Commissioner of Health, Tom Bates. He says in part, the department is in the process right now of recalling some of the employees who were previously laid off to meet critical staffing needs in county health departments.